Hello, people. This is LukeJ speaking. Welcome to a brand new episode of Friday's LukeJ62895. And joining me for this episode is Hayes Bowman, ladies and gentlemen. And our announcer, DC Comics Man 2004.
Season 7 premiere.
This happened, often referred to as 9/11, was a series of 4 terrorist attacks by the ominous terrorist group Al Qaeda against the United States on the morning of September 11, 2001. Yeah, be on the lookout for that, guys, when I come on the road to Florida.
Yeah, yeah, yes, guys. Yes, Friday's LukeJ62895 is going on the road next week. So the next time you'll be seeing, which part of Florida you're going to be next week, Luke?
New Silver Beach, Florida.
Okay, well, outside Daytona. So, guys, be on the lookout because episode 307 of Friday's LukeJ62895 will be live from New Smyrna Beach, Florida next week. So be on the lookout. And we lost again.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Yeah, Luke's been having a lot of Wi-Fi problems.
Especially in that house he got. Like, I know that's a vacation house with him being in Florida.
There's not much Wi-Fi there, so we'll try to figure that out next week when we go into the studio. So I'll probably be taking care of the hosting duties until he comes back.
All right.
So he says stand by. He's working on his Wi-Fi. So while we're waiting for Luke, everyone, we're gonna go ahead and get started with Wheel of Fortune for the PlayStation while we're at it.
Thank you, DC Comics Fan 2004. Hello, people. This is LukeJ speaking. Welcome to Friday's LukeJ62895, episode 308. And joining me in this episode is Billy Miller, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, everyone. Hi, Luke.
Sorry about that, folks. I muted the volume accidentally. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah.
Oh, that's alright. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks to Ryan, he got me in the chat room saying that I accidentally have no sound. So, there you go. Sorry, everyone. For the past 32 minutes, you heard me with no sound. Thanks, Ryan. I do appreciate it. But anyway. But anyway, I got 8 dev topics. We're supposed to do 3 today, but thanks to my diploma, I finally gotta do it. I'm free! Yay! And joining me for this episode is the return of Billy Miller, ladies and gentlemen.
Hi, everyone. Yes, Luke, I'm back. I know you guys missed me. We received, just before we went on the air earlier this week, we received word from Alex Paris, and who's going to be launching the 25 coming up in a few days. So we congratulate Alex.
Few weeks, actually, not a few days.
Yeah, in a few weeks. Yeah, whatever that case. But we want to congratulate Alex on his accomplishment.
Yeah.
And also receive word from our good friend Paul Leclerc. Hope he's doing well down in Omaha, in Lincoln, Nebraska. So we see word that those rants that we did, well, they kind of been off the end. So as a result, and from this point forward, we're gonna take a permanent break from all those rants. That okay, well, you need an internet connection, and then you need a Microsoft account to get Windows 11, and it's just like, okay, so what does this mean? Does this mean I have to pet it like a goldfish and take care of it? Like, are you guys nuts?
Welcome to the Season 7 finale of Fridays with LukeJ62895. Today we'll be doing death reports, topics, game segments, and many more. And now, introducing your host, the man known as the Crazy Bunch 1995 on Discord, Luke Jeffers, aka LukeJ62895. Kick back and enjoy this extraordinary Season 7 finale of Fridays with Luke J62895.
Thank you, DC Comics Fan 2004. Now, hello people, this is Jerry speaking. Welcome to Fridays with LukeJ625, episode 346. Now, before I begin this episode, I would like to say Remix wasn't here for this episode. I will not put an others for the rest of the show, perhaps because number one, this episode is supposed to be a fun show, and two, I will have to put the whole thing in between because I want to get this out of the way in between this whole thing, and two, I just want to get this thing fun and fresh and exciting. So yeah, I just want to let you know about that. But anyway, I don't minimize it now. But I got not one, not two, but 5 depth topics. And the reason why I said 5, but it's because I will no longer be doing 3 depth topics as of this season 7 finale. Because thank God, after that long, they would keep saying, you're doing too long, do it 5, like 3 or all that BS. I will just say 5 would be enough. All good things are enough for depth topics. That's great news for us. And yeah, this is all I want to know. And then afterwards, I'm gonna go ahead and read, like, let's say not 1, but let's say 2 or 3 topics to read, and then we'll wrap things up. And so yeah, just want to let you know about that. So let's go ahead and read it now and see what we got, shall we? See what we got. First one I read is Jeff LeBar, okay? Jeffrey Philip LeBar was an American guitarist, most famous for playing in the glam metal band Cinderella, in which he replaced the original guitarist Michael Shormack. During Cinderella's temporary breakup in the late mid-1990s, LeBar supported himself by running a pizza shop for his brother and by doing assorted concerning jobs. He was born on March 18, 1963 in Darby, Pennsylvania. Okay? Barr is also in the side with Cinderella bandmate Eric Bridgeham to call Naked B word. I'm not going to say the B word, but anyway. In April of 2007, LeBar and his wife parted ways with, I'm not going to say that, this band, you know. They hosted an internet radio show called The Late Night with LeBars on rallies, radio.biz, okay? In 2012, LeBar and Cinderella completed their 30th anniversary tour with fellow rock version Poison, okay? We also celebrate 30 years in the business, okay? Solo career. LeBar's debut solo record, One for the Road, was released in August 2014. Jeff toured to support this solo record with his son, Sebastian Jasmine Chan, okay? LeBar was born in Darby, Pennsylvania. I was right about that. Grew up in Darby, just outside Pennsylvania. In an interview for 2016, LeBar admitted that he had assistant substance abuse problem with alcohol for years and blamed that substance abuse considered as inactivity. LeBar has a son named Sebastian from his previous marriage. Okay, Sebastian's the lead guitarist in the band called Match 22 and Tendrick. He died on July 14th, 2021. He was 58 years old. Next, I have to go over this real fast. Charlie Robinson. He was an American theater, film, and television actor. He was best known for the role of NBC sitcom Night Court and as Macintosh Mac Robinson, seasons 2 to 9. The clerk of the Cork and the Vietnam War veteran. Okay, although his most frequent on-screen billing was Charlie Robinson. Okay, Night Court has been credited him as Charles Robinson throughout the 1984 to 1992 stint as Mac. Okay, in two of his earliest films, appearance in 1984, Sugar Hill, and 1985, The Black Griswold have been announced. He was credited as Charles P. Robinson. Okay, some of his credits has been exclusively committed with those of our actor Charles Knox Robinson, who billed as Charles Robinson, who features in numerous films and TV episodes between 1958 and 1971. He was born in Houston, Texas on November 9th, 1945, and Robinson was performing in the 1960s, having member of the Actors Studio and served by playwright Lyle Keisher, okay? To be one of the great American actors. In his early career, he was a singer. As a teenager, he was a group of Archie Bowe and the Drells. And later was a group called Southern Clouds of Joy. In the late 60s, Charlie attended was enrolled in Studio 7, an acting school operated by Chris Wilson and the Houston Music Theater. He stayed with Chris when the school was moved to another two locations in southwest Houston and was mainly children's theaters was presented. Charlie was cast in the main television production and soon moved to Hollywood era when his career took off. His later career began when Robinson's acting career, including his appearance in Black Griswold, Emergency, White Shell, Flamingo Road, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, The Game, Touched by an Angel, and Antwon Fisher. Okay. Robinson was cast in the role of Nenwell in NBC's comedy Buffalo Bill. Okay. Not the success it was expected to be. Buffalo Bill was canceled after 2 seasons and replaced by Night Court. Robinson was cast as Count Clerk Mac Robinson after the first season in 1984 when Karen Harris Austin, who played the original Count Clerk, left the cast. Okay? Robinson played the role of Night Court from 1984 until the show ended in 1992. He was directed 3 episodes in the series. And from 1992 to 1995, Robinson co-starred the sitcom Love and War, replacing John Hancock, okay, who died in a few episodes in the series run. Okay. Robinson played character Bud Harper in Home Improvement and has appeared in many other television shows, including House, The Bernie Mac Show, My Wife and Kids, Soul Food, Charm, Heart of Dixie, How I Met Your Mother, and My Name is Earl. Okay? He has done commercial work with Nextel, and he was asking a worker as he's answering by dots. Okay? After he walks on 2 other dispatchers starting at the dots, which presented delivery workers on the computer screen, he have also done commercials for Allspice, which he have played head coach with the NFL's Denver Broncos. He also played professional all-pro brushers linebacker Von Miller. In 2010, Robinson worked at the Argent Shakespeare Festival and co-starred in the film Jackson, who was directed by Jeff F. Walton. Robinson appears Troy and August Wilson fences at Southern California's South Coast, reportedly in coastal Memphis from January 22nd, 2010, until February 21st, 2010. In September 2013, he returned to theater to portray Willie Ramon in The Death of a Salesman. In 2015, he played Mr. Monsman, the Bonnie attendant of Mom, a mom who Bonnie avoids helping out with apartment issues. He died on July 11, 2021 at Ronald Reagan UCLA's Medical Center from cardiac arrest with nervous system organ failure due to suspect shock and metastasis upon a type of glandular cancer. He was 45 years old. There's the stuff he was in. I'm not going to read them all, but that's just me. My next topic has to do with Gary Corbett, and he dies. Touring keyboards with Kiss and Cinderella. Also wrote singing operas She's Bob. Okay? Corey Corbett of keyboards who best known for his touring work with Kiss and Cinderella, who have worked with Cindy Lauper hit She Bob, has died after a battle of lung cancer. No age was given, but he died with just short of his birthday today. Which is actually yesterday. Corbett's death was confirmed by his sister, in a Facebook post. Those who knew Gary, that we in the world of music have lost a very talented, funny, kind, and gentle soul. She wrote, "Pain cuts that shows deeply that our hearts are bleeding." Native Brooklyn. Corbett was a child progressively of the keyboards. By age 10, he was playing private parties and weekends. He even joined the 40s style big band with members of the Tonight Show band. That's okay. In 1976, he began touring with punk singer Cherry Vanilla, with Ian Hunter filling in for the layers of regular keyboards. The Hunter tour was in support of the solo album You're Never Out Alone with this. I can't pronounce this word. Sorry. The tour was supposed to be a door opener for Corbett, which became sought after session player in New York City. He wrote She Bop in 1984, number 3 Billboard hit for Loper, and also wrote Debbie Gibson and Mark Nia. How to pronounce that? Sorry. I'm not going to say the N word, so, sorry. Okay. But anyway. Yeah, I'm not being racist, but anyway. Return to the Road. He supported, I'm not going to say it, but anyway. Singer, whatever that was. Singer, Lou Graham's solo debut album. Then, we're going to Paul Stanley of Kiss joined that group's tour. Corbett's first tour of Kiss on the 1987 Crazy Nights tour. He was an off-stage presence. He performed a stage cast with Cinderella in the early 90s, performing the Heartbreak Station tour and winning a platinum album for this work on the band's Wayne's World soundtrack. Cinderella lost another band member, guitarist Jeff Barr, which I talk about on my Friday show today. His most recent gig was a member of the all-star band Scrap Metal, joining with Nelson's Twins and Mark Slaughter, Leah Ford, and more. For Corbett, survived by his wife, Warren, and family. My next death topic, we're going to read this on the official David Fowson group now. I'm going to read, it's from David Dennis, aka David Fowson. So let's read it now. Greetings, everyone. It's a sad day from all of us. A few viewer who watched Rant Rave, which is stupid. Bofas, again, which is stupid. And Bozos, again, I never heard of it. A great friend of Jerome, Mike, myself, and our brother, who so many others. Alexander Taylor, who passed away at the age of 14. Okay, it's emotional. I'm shocked and very disappointed to hear the news. We also lost Veronica. Who? Veronica Welch? I don't know. A few weeks ago, and earlier this year, Morgan. Okay. My prayers go out to her family, friends, and everyone who knew Alexa. How to pronounce it. Recipes Alexa, Taylor, also others who lost the names mentioned her earlier this year. Yeah, it was sad. Recipes to her. So, my condolences to Alexa in this difficult time. My last one, I'm gonna say this is gonna be a big birthday talk. Okay. Now, today, starting on July 24th, which is coming up on next Saturday, she would have been 100. Now, who may I ask? Who are you talking about? Is my grandma, Annie Frances Morgan Jeffers. Some of my adults call them her Frankie. That she's my grandma. You know, I miss her. She would have been 100 this year. Her bridal was Forest Lawns Murray Gardens in Savannah, Chatham County, Georgia. I miss her a lot. I miss her. I'm so blessed to see her again and see her in heaven for the first. I'm not sure for the first time in like many times since I want to talk. I want to talk about this in the next topic, but my press. Now, it all started February 1st, 2005. I was very, very sick in that time. So, let's read it now. Frances Morgan Jeffers. Now, I'm going to read this. This is very clear to you. She died on Sunday, January 23rd, 2005, at Memorial Health University Medical Center. Now, it's very sad. I did not attend the funeral at that time, nor I did attend the visitations at that time, but never attended the funeral because I was very, very sick, unfortunately. But, that's just me. But anyway, she was born on July 24th, 100 years ago, to Frances Evan and Fukura Thompson Morgan in Augusta, Georgia. Frances graduated from Georgia State College Woman in 1942 with a Bachelor's of Arts in History. Wow. In June 1950, she was married to Ashel H. Jeffers, he was my grandfather at that time. In Aiken, South Carolina. Frances moved to Savannah in 1968 and from Warren Springs, Georgia, which is I went to college from, and she retired after 25 years of service from Memorial Hospital, where she was a supervisor of the forensic department. Yeah, she was been my grandmother all the time. She was a member of the Idaho Health Medical Church. I haven't been in that church before. She was preceded in death by her parents. Two sisters, my Aunt Caroline, and my Aunt Sarah. A great-grandson, my cousin, Jacob Stephen Smith. Survivors are as follows. A daughter and son-in-law, my Aunt Candy and Uncle Steve. Two sons, my dad and Uncle Brad. My daughter-in-law, my mom. I don't think she's married anymore to my dad. If you watch this, Mom, this is a marriage to you've been working you've been doing this to my grandma before, but now you're married to my stepdad now. All of Savannah, Georgia, yeah. 3 grandchildren. Now, my Leanne. Now, if you didn't know what happened to Leanne now, she's now league champion. And if you watch this, Leanne, I'm sorry, but I'm not sure what's going on. Me, and my brother Morgan. A great-granddaughter, Olivia McRoy. 2, which I call her Little Libby at the time. And then Libby Jeffers afterwards. 2 nephews, Scott and Kirk Jeffers, both in Augusta, Georgia. A niece, Marsha Ziegler. of Sabero, Georgia, and 7 great nephews, 1 great niece, 2 great nephews. Memorial acquisitions may be made to St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. I'm not going to read the address, that's a no-no, but that's just me. But anyway, let's have a moment of silence, reflection regarding to Jennifer Barr, Charlie Robinson, Jerry Goldberg, Alexa Taylor, and my grandma, right now. Thank you. Rest in peace to you, the 5 of you. I really miss you, Grandma. If you're watching this, it's for you. I did not know what's going on with the whole, how much I wanted to see what, smile on your face. You're saying, this is delicious, and all that good activities, but I really miss you, and the smile on my face, but, yeah. I want to keep going with being my technician and filmmaking career, but that's just me. But anyway, enough talking my death topics. Let's move on to my other topics right now. My next topic has to do with what's coming in 8 days, and that is, of course, Savannah Mega Comic Con. Now, it's coming it's originally coming in it's July 25th to the 26th, 2020, but due to COVID, they decided to focus it on the 24th to the 20th. So, what's coming to Savannah Mega Comic Con? Well, let me show you what's in there, shall we? So we got, okay? It's not for the 7th year. Well, guess what? It's gonna happen. So, who's gonna be in this? Well, guess what? It's none other than Luca, aka Ultra Biden, to this how I pronounce it. It's, yeah, his name is, yeah, okay. And, Clash, and there's some wrestlers, everything. So, Sarah Moon, singer, Jennifer Chia will be in the concert at 8 p.m. that following Saturday, so be on the lookout for that, and, yeah. I'm not sure what's gonna happen next to Savannah, so, yeah. At that time, but, that's just me. Let me check the, guest hotel and things like that, blah, blah. But, Savannah Convention Center, be there, be square. Now, before I read this last topic, which is the story behind the iconic Vietnam Hey Arnold episode, Christmas episode, let me just read you the next topic on my paper, which is going to be Family Fun Day. Now, Norman, if you watch this episode right now, I do want to read this now, and this is I'm gonna read this now because I want to get this out of the way, okay? If you haven't RSVP'd yet, please let me know if you're coming on our October 21st, 2021 Family Fun Day. This year's Family Fun Day will be held at Lake Mare, Section 1 in Savannah on Sunday, August 1st, 2021, from noon to 4 p.m. There'll be some kickball, which I'm not interested, cornhole, and fun activities for the kids. Food supplied by Len Chick's food truck, okay? Please contact us to sign up for kickball team. Yeah, man. Please RSVP to me. We can get ahead count for food, okay? Happy to see everyone there, okay? Now, here's some fun fact for these interested. Now, this is great for tenants, and that's all there is to it. So, there you go. It's a message from my job. So, there you go. Now, I'm moving on to my last topic here, okay? And that's, of course, the story behind the iconic Vietnam episode of Hey Arnold. For the 25th anniversary of Hey Arnold pilot show Queer Craig Barrett talked to NBC about Asian America about the storyline behind Mr. Hollinger, the Vietnamese referee, okay? This is by Kimmy Yam, okay? On December 9th of 96, Hey Arnold fans tuned in to the beloved Nickelodeon Kids show, which was what a poetry-heavy, emotionally-driven episode. It inspires the 1935 fall of Saigon, okay? In Vietnam. And the forced separation of a young Vietnamese girl, Mia, from her father, Mr. Halia, okay? From a Vietnamese referee who lived in the same board house as the main character, Arnold, okay? The episode entitled Arnold's Christmas was the first in-depth look in the world of Mr. Halia, a recording character in the show. It also served to many Asian American kids in the 1990s as one of the only times a piece of a history was recognized in mainstream pop culture. To this day, it remains a compelling television moment, okay? For the community who those stories have been distorted, overlooked, or flattened. For the 25th anniversary of the pilot of Hey Arnold on Saturday, which is last week, the show's career, or 2 weeks ago, something like that. The show career Craig Barrett talked to NBC, Asian America, about the storyline about the generation of Asian Americans concerned ahead of its time. Barrett said since there was no social media reaction at that time, it wasn't until the many shows Asian American fans grew up and talked about their emotions about it, and they learned of the episode's impact. It was so gratifying and that it was received such as positive, Barrett said. In that episode, the show's very first Christmas special, Mr. Hana's told Arnold about his past. He revealed how the war is his home country and it forced him to find a way to flee his city. While atop the U.S. embassy, Mr. Hana was an infant daughter, Mia, in his arms. The main decision to leave her with a soldier, knowing it would be the only way to ensure her safety. That's what I would call it love. The soldier called out the name of the city. This city has been seen to bring here. Mr. Hana said in the episode. It took me 20 years before I finally got out of the country. This is why I came to the city. I felt worried for him at this point. Excuse me. But anyway, moving on. Barrett said the storyline's brainchild of late writer Steve Vigson, who passed away in 2016, who was known for coming up with edgier ideas for the show. Okay. Makes total sense to me. Okay. He pitched the idea of exploring Mr. Hana's backstory through the classic Christmas game Secret Santa. Okay. While Barrett was already on board, he brought the idea to voice actor Bon Coleman himself as Beyondese referee. Okay. During a recording session, and he said, you know what, I was there, Barrett said. That was a big difference. I was like, wow, we really cool have to tell this story. This is going to be a restaurant and it's so cool. And from there, I was having that conviction. Such firm faith in this pitch was necessary as a process to get the episode approval from the uphill battle, the queer recalled. I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna say the word. Sorry. The English of happy now. So okay, moving on. Of Mr. Hana having to give up his infant daughter. Oh jeez. Sounds he's so happy that network accepts. Was having to calling up of a civic war. Barrett said. You notice he says that there was a war in my country. And so, we do not even say Vietnam War. Due to the sensitive nature of the material, Barr said he would include Coleman in the progress. Okay. showing him the first draft of the episode, talking through the scripts for the first recording session, while the historical event was never mentioned by Dave. Ballard said the team was committed to going to the war the Paraguay for an extraordinary animation sequence that would commented by the dramatic guitar in the background, composed by Jim Lang. That one session, we have Bowen what do with his whole monologue about giving up my. Bowen said, I just remember kind of huddling down and giving smaller and shut my eyes and listen to it. And we cried, man, it was a wreck. Oh man, this is very, very emotional. Yeah. You know, that was Christmas to me. You know, Mr. Hahn, voiced by Bon Coleman, hugs his long lost star. There was, of course, Christmas except to the episode. Honorary lives his best friend Gerald's help to find Mia, and successfully organized a reunion with Mr. Hana, but yeah, Well, not much in showing how much Arnold managed to pull it off. Bard said the series includes the Oscar, the Christmas film, It's a Wonderful Life. Makes sense. Magic happens considerably at the end that Joe just said, hey man, it's a miracle, deal with it, Bard laughed. Okay. But not, I'm not gonna say the end thing, but anyway, I find he's American director who remembers feeling emotional about the episode as a kid. I'm explaining that too often. Stories about Vietnam War told is less more the lens about the loss of American economists. It always what did the American lose? He said. Vietnam, over half the country, they lost their homeland. And it's never told that in a postcode, and that was the short of American mythology. The smiles of American examination. For years, the standard for Vietnam War declarations was Stanley Kubrick's 1987 film Full Metal Jacket. Which they to show the Vietnamese experience aside from fetishize this woman, said Nancy Wang. Young. Okay. Cyclish, an offer of real inequally have been offset Hollywood actors and racism. The special, however, mark a sharp departure of the narrative that American were so conditions to see regarding the war. The guy in said, excuse me, I missed one. But anyway, what's more, the character felt as he was on the same level as the other side of the cast. This was really the first time that I felt like a Vietnam War story was completely centered around the Vietnamese, how I pronounce it, percentages, okay. It wasn't designed in a way to care with a white audience. It was unapologetically the Vietnam excuse me, the guy in said. Okay. Among the most positive expects in the episode, Mr. Hollis' character in general. Okay. It was his accent. Many of it is a remark on how, after Mr. Holland's accent and what manner was speaking was, which was due to Coleman's similar background to the character. Bob was revealed that it was recording progress. He would rewrite any lines that it was felt uncomfortable for Coleman to say, and on the spot. And there were any of that the voice actor felt were difficult. Okay, at the time. Most of the Asian accents on television were served as punchlines, as many animated characters were voiced by white actors, like an Indian character approved from Simpsons, who was voiced by Hank Azaria. Yen said. Azaria has since apologized, stepped down for the role. Madison's were also increased, and Providence Jens added. There was some in. Okay. The Joy Luck Club that was different because they have Asian American source material, the Asian American director, and Asian American actors. Yun said, "Hey Arnold, that's pretty special because they didn't necessarily have all the careers and sound material, source material. Excuse me. The director have to create that, and that's the fact that he have decided to the things more officially and have actually ahead of time. Even more compelling was that Mr. Arnold had the energy to tell his own story. The guy said to do it so and from quite a set agent spoke to a strength to the referee and to many offers like him have. That is a softness and tenderness and someone speaking about their trauma and the language that isn't their native language. The guy said their courage is that. Young said she felt like the show was offensive and showing children some truths about the Vietnam War. Okay. And those are in part while keeping the subject matter appropriate for the audience. They didn't talk about the violence. They didn't talk about the politics, which I want to talk about in some parts of the show, but that's just me. They humanized the Vietnamese American character, she said. In my study of television, the characters are that the audience relate to. The regulars are most complex, have to feminine relationships and romantic relationships. Excuse me. I don't know. Yin said, feminine relationships immediately humanized characters they're given, developed beyond the two destinational worker nail salon trope. Okay, it wasn't that it was just showing him that he had a daughter. It was showing that it was gripping her story of him having to be separated from his daughter because of the Vietnam War. Yen said I think it was cause maybe children to ask questions. Okay, it was currently would make them oh, he has a daughter, and that daughter looks like me, or the daughter looks like being me. Would be feel like for me would be separated from my dad. Oh, jeez. But yeah, it was emotional times for me. But anyway, I haven't seen that in years. But anyway, for kids in memorandum households and Perger, the separation accepts of storyline is universal, and Yan said it was likely would look familiar for many Asian Americans. Being able to see that, okay, I see a match, but anyway, nothing for remix. But anyway, familiar to American, okay, being able to see that through Hey Arnold, even were not actually referees who had that experience. It still resonates how we pronounce it. Yon said, okay, because coming to this country means some sort of separation from the people you love. Okay? As heavy as the Christmas special was, the episode was part of the show's brand over the years. Hey Arnold was explored families that dominate, the immigrants' experience as the struggles in the working class, among other controversial topics at the time. With a lot from exposing, children's bits as a harsh world in the way they can understand, while also providing the beauty and wonder that came to being a kid. Bob said that they work with the logic inspired by a Charlie Brown Christmas. Yeah, stupid cartoon. But anyway, came out, we was in Arnold's age. Yeah. What do you think of that? Okay. It was really emotional. It was mentally. It was about Christmas is here. I'm depressed. I agree. It will seem very revolutionary. He said, when I get a chance to make hey Arnold, I want to do that. I was like, let's do stuff that have childhood is sad and kind of messed up. And as a child, you don't have any power. You kind of try your best. You can't fix things, he said, but we can make them a little bit better. So that's my topics for today. And Remix is not going to be here for the rest of the day. I'm sure he's going to be back for the next for November. We'll see, but I don't think it's necessary. But that's just me. There will be no notes this week. I don't know if Josh is coming on for this episode, but that's just me. But anyways, guys, before I go for this episode, let's just say this, okay? There won't be any episodes for the season 8 premiere until November 5th. So be on the lookout for that. There won't be any surprises next week until November 5th, because although I'm still working for Remix in this difficult time, so let's keep him some privacy on this difficult time, and players on that difficult time. I was going to have him from this episode, but then I have difficulties on my end, and he have difficulty from the dog barking. I don't want to talk about in this episode, but that's just me. But anyway. Let's not talk about it anymore. But that's just me. But yeah. But new episodes coming starting on November 5th for season 8. But be on the lookout for that. But that's just me. But anyways, guys, double up to the season 7 finale of LukeJ62895, episode 346. Hope you enjoy it. Stay tuned for the next one. Next episode will be coming out November the 5th. I'm not sure it's going to be as yet, but we'll see what happens. Brand change, number 2 or 3, whatever. Till next time, so just goodbye. Peace out, baby. You can watch WL episodes, discuss very soon. Till then, Jefferson out. See ya.